and welcome to another incredible episode of Always Isolate. I'm Katie Nolan. She's Doris Burke. We are doing our best. Let's talk about some sports news, shall we? Apparently, New York City is shutting down all public basketball courts and removing all of the rims, which, would make it impossible to score. So if you're on the Knicks, you probably wouldn't notice the difference. The Falcons unveiled new uniforms on Wednesday, and I gotta say, I know people made a lot of jokes about them, but I like them. In my NFL uniform rankings, I'd probably move them from like 28 to 3. According to the Tampa Bay Times, I guess that the Buccaneers referred to their pursuit of Tom Brady as Operation Shoeless Joe Jackson, which, is different from the Patriots' pursuit of Brian Hoyer, which they called Operation Yeah, Sure, Whatever, I guess. Dabo Swinney says that he has, quote, zero doubt that the college football season is going to start on time and that they're going to be playing in front of packed stadiums. In case you forgot, Dabo is a nickname that's short for Dat Boy, not Dat Board Certified Medical Expert. So Swinney also told reporters that he's created a Tigers acronym for players and coaches that stands for "This is gonna end real soon," which is also what Carol Baskin told her husband. Are we still doing Tiger King jokes? No. According to Judy Batista of NFL Media, did you see this? Pass interference replay review will almost certainly not be extended for next season, which means that it is statistically more likely that the rule will overturn itself than an actual play. Adam Schefter, shout out Adam Schefter. He's reporting that this season's Hard Knocks will feature both Los Angeles teams. It's the greatest collection of Rams and Chargers since any Dodge dealership. I like what they're doing though, because the NFL season might not have any fans, so the Hard Knocks season shouldn't either. Major League Baseball is considering a plan to start the baseball season in May and play all the games at various parks throughout Arizona. So the season would be starting a little bit late, which is great news for Orioles fans. You might finally know what it feels like to have your team play in October. These are just devolving into more and more madness. Dana White told TMZ that he's close to securing a deal to hold UFC events, including UFC 249 on April 18th, on an undisclosed private island. Some people are calling it Fight Island, or as you may know it, Bachelor in Paradise. And lastly, Jameis Winston said it was an honor to be replaced by Tom Brady. But, if anybody knows how to deal with turnover, it's Jameis Winston. Okay, that's it for news. Coming up, we're going to talk with Kofi Kingston about WrestleMania, and we're going to play a little game of Would You Rather. But first, earlier this week, I gathered a couple of my friends here at ESPN to play a little game to see who could get the most famous person to join our random Zoom chat. It got surprisingly nuts. Check it out. Here's the game.
Okay.
The original idea was that I would just sit in a Zoom chat alone and send the link out to every famous person I know and wait and see who shows up. But then Zoom got hacked and I was like, no one's going to click on it. So now we're doing a thing where all of us are in on this game and the goal is to get the most famous person to join our Zoom. But we're trying to decide, you look nothing like yourself. It's freaking me out. But we're trying to decide what the rule, should we decide what text we all have to send, the same text, so we can't say, hey, just do me a quick favor, say hi, and then leave. I don't want anybody cheating, even though it looks like Mina's currently cheating.
Mina's cheating heavy.
Yeah, wow. She's already started.
Did you see how guilty
heavy.
she looked?
I was just looking. I don't know many famous people.
Neither do I.
I agree that we should all be sending the same message.
Okay, so what do we think it should be?
Mina does not look to be wearing this well.
Okay, hey, hop on the Zoom real quick. I'll explain later.
If
they text you back with a follow-up question, you are not allowed to answer.
Okay,
Ooh.
deal. Wow.
No answering. Diana?
I got
when are
my
we going?
white whale.
When are we going?
Right now, go.
Okay, all right.
How do we win?
Who's Nick?
Yes!
Oh,
wow.
Oh.
Damn it! That's a good one.
I'm on the board.
What's happening? Oh, wow. Katie Nolan. Jesus Christ, the only way I can see Katie Nolan is through an impromptu Zoom. Oh, J.A.'s phone. Oh, I'm out now. I've lost. If that's
Yo, what's up, man? Welcome, Jaleel White.
Oh, wow, this is wild. Hey, man, I just got ambushed, baby, on Zoom. This is
Yo, Schultz.
Yo, what up?
Oh, Andrew Schultz is here, everybody.
What up, what up, what up?
Oh, Andrew Schultz. Ian Carmel.
Hello.
Hey, Andrew Schultz, who invited you here?
Amin. Am I allowed to say?
Yes.
Yes.
Carmel, who invited you?
It was Amin.
God damn it, Amin, you're hitting on my friend. Ian Carmel, you're the lone celebrity in the chat.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Storm's here.
Back on the board.
What the heck?
Amin,
Mike,
you got
any points,
everybody.
Mike?
Oh, wait, it's Mike.
Mike, sure you just missed Jaleel White.
Mike Schur, who invited you?
Ryan.
God damn it. I got nobody.
Yeah,
That's
how did?
weird.
And by the way, I mean, are you not supposed to quote Urkel around him? I was trying very hard.
Yeah.
I don't heard him talk about it, like saying, like, look, it's paid for my life, so he's cool with it. But I personally don't because I'm not a dick.
Alan,
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Who's here?
Chill party. Let's go. Let's go.
Lovely.
Oh, wow. This is nuts.
What's up, Chris?
Long.
Holy, this is awesome.
Oh, who we got?
Let's go.
Remember.
Webco.
Yo.
Let's go.
Hey, that's
Wow,
Raul.
Webco.
Yo, what up? How you living?
Yo.
Shay.
Hey.
Hey. What's up?
Who brought you Shay?
Mike Ruiz.
God damn.
And who brought?
Volume shooter. Volume shooter.
If I bring somebody, does that put me in Ruiz's coaching tree?
I
And
think
like,
so,
does
yeah.
he actually
Yeah,
get
yeah,
It's not a pyramid scheme. What is this?
I think that's how it should work.
Hey there.
Hey, it's Joey Chestnut.
Oh, wow.
Chestnut enters the chat. Joey
Wait, I gotta eat this pizza.
Hey, it's Olympian figure skaters. Alex and
Wow.
wow.
What's going on? Just seeing who.
Wow.
Danny Amendola. That's mine, baby.
Where's Danny? Where's
There you
Danny?
go.
Where's Danny?
Danny, who brought you here?
Hey, Danny,
Katie
hit
Nolan.
Stark
Katie
Audio,
Nolan.
Chris, your friend that you actually know.
You can can text whenever you want.
Yeah. All right. Who number?
That's my coaching tree.
Nah, that don't count.
Who texted you?
My teammate, Adam Lefko.
D-Wade, this was literally a game, and I was invited, and I shouldn't even be playing, but I had to bring you in, so thank you for the
We're
point.
trying to see who can get the most famous person to join the Zoom chat, and so far, congratulations, it's you.
Dwayne, I just texted your wife. I hope that's okay.
Fully context where that's okay.
Who's Anderson Siciliano? Anderson Siciliano, who got you in here?
That's
Mina got
Mina.
me in here. Mina
It's
texted me.
definitely
You want to see something crazy?
Than me in my house.
Yes. Who said you
Want
want to
to see
see
something
something
crazy? Siciliano. Sorry, Danny. The Bucks.
Oh, you.
Worth it.
You so hard.
No.
Worth
They.
it.
Come on, I'm not trolling.
Worth it.
Hey, what's going on there, guys?
What up, dude?
What's up, Travis?
This is getting
Travis, what's up, bro? I'm still just a little confused on what's going on, but yeah.
Let him know. Let him know what's going on.
Okay, someone just won.
Shay,
Come on.
Shay did that. Shay, did you do that?
What happened?
Hey, hi.
Lefko.
Hello.
Wow.
Who brought lin-manuel Miranda to the chat?
What the hell?
Shay just texted me. I was about
I knew it was Shay.
Yeah, baby.
Kirk, have you seen Hamilton?
I was just playing as you. This is what I was doing before Shay called me.
What is that, NBA Jam?
Yeah.
Yo, Perk, what up, Big Perk?
Man, hey, look, man, I'm just in the house, man. Kids driving me crazy, dude.
Scott Hansen! I brought Scott Hansen!
Wait,
Let's go!
Oh,
Oh, it's like that.
okay. Let me
Scott,
just say
tell
right
them
now,
about
let
the
me-
Octobox.
All of my favorites are here. Wait, Scott and I can't be on the same screen at the same time.
Exploding! The world's going to explode! So many windows.
There's a lot of people.
Alvin Gentry, welcome to the chat.
What's going on, guys?
Clayton Kershaw?
Is that Kershaw?
Wait, what?
Is that Clayton?
It's not Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw.
Technically, it's a second iPad.
It's actually technically Clayton's iPad.
Who brought Clayton?
You're welcome.
Why am I here?
Who?
Nobody knows what anybody's here.
Who brought
Clayton,
him?
who invited you?
Brandon McCarthy.
There you go. Thank you, Brandon.
Yes!
Welcome to the show.
Yes. He's like, who is this?
You shower.
Dang.
Oh, hey, what's up, Dave?
We lost.
Oh, look at that.
I love that. How you doing, buddy? I like your background.
I just want to point out that I did send a DM to Dave, but he didn't respond to mine. So. He's connected to audio.
Mike, can you hear me?
Hello, Tom.
Dude, did you invite me to this on purpose or accidentally? I have no idea.
Is that Mark Sanchez?
There's my guy.
Seriously?
Who brought Mark Sanchez?
All right.
I
here we
did.
go.
That was my guy.
He's gone.
Gandhi?
That's my guy. It's fantastic.
Ryan
Leave.
Hey, let's go. That's another one of mine.
I can't wait till we all sign off and like just Drake is talking to Patrick Stewart in this chat.
And that's how I came up with Scorpion, man.
Let me do a new song I just came up with, just for you.
I think it's important, by the way.
I brought Reggie Watts.
Alex,
Man, dude.
Let's do a show now.
Oh, another bring in by the ship.
Hey,
what's that? Look at all these random, incredible folks.
Yes, random. Okay, but Jeff, you missed Mark Sanchez dressed as if he lived in Westworld.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
He looked like a
Sanchez, the
Very
quarterback.
Yes.
Quarterback and desperado, Mark Sanchez.
Hey, everybody, thank you for doing this.
Hey, good night, everybody.
This was pretty cool. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Katie.
Guys.
Bye,
Smile.
Alex.
Bye,
See you guys.
Shibatanis.
Everyone.
Adios.
Healthy.
Bye,
This is
guys.
awesome.
I texted the following people over the course of this evening. Ed Hockley, nothing. Dikembe Mutombo,
Woo!
nothing. Gabrielle Union, despite me telling her husband that I was texting her, nothing.
Jesus.
That's
tough.
why she didn't come.
Lil B, the bass god,
Oh, God.
nothing.
He's busy. He's busy. Let's be honest. He's
Tracy
doing the right-
McGrady,
Nothing.
Tracy McGrady, nothing.
You have T-Mac? I work with T-Mac. I don't have his number.
So last weekend, we all got a taste of some much needed live action contact sports with WrestleMania. And now we are joined by one of its stars from the upcoming film on Netflix, The Main Event. Ladies and gentlemen, Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Of course. My pleasure. This is great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, everybody watched Mania this weekend because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
It was obviously a little bit different. It was pre-taped. There was no fans. What was that experience like for you?
It was crazy. At the end of the day, I said this in a different interview too. Like we always talk about, we'll have like the same level of show with the same energy, whether you have 1,000 people in the crowd or 1,000,000 people in the crowd or nobody in the crowd. And we never actually thought that we would have to have a match with nobody in the crowd, let alone WrestleMania. So it was different. But at the same time, I think in the back of our minds, or at least in the back of my mind, like I knew what we were providing for people in these times, just a sense of relief and, something that people can forget about all the worries that are going on in the world and focus on something that's entertaining on television athletically. So to be a part of it was really, in a weird way, very special, because I feel like there will never be another WrestleMania like this again. So, and then even still, being that the matches were like taped, a lot of us weren't in the building at the same time, so we still didn't know like what the results were.
Wow.
So ordinarily you'd be able to watch Mania, you know, as it's happening, as it's live. But all of us are kind of getting in there, doing our thing, getting out. And then at the end of the day, it's like, man, I don't know who won this match. I guess I have to watch it as a fan. So it was cool in a lot of different ways like that.
If you could book yourself, are you guys allowed to fantasy book yourselves in a non-title match? Who would you book yourself against?
Ooh, in a non-title match? Oh my gosh. Well, I would definitely have my brothers Woods and E at my side. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? There's been a lot of talk about the Tiger King. So I would book ourselves in a match against the Tiger King and a couple whoever he wants on his staff.
Some of his weird people. What if he brings a tiger?
I would hope that he would. You know, that would add to the intrigue of the match.
Everybody's looking for stuff to stream right now. We talked about Tiger King. Everyone's just desperate for stuff to watch. Luckily, you have a movie coming out on Friday on Netflix called The Main Event. Why don't you tell all the people what it's about?
Yeah, it's about a kid who finds a magical like wrestling luchador mask, and he puts it on, and he's able to do all types of wrestling maneuvers. He's a big wrestling fan. His family is wrestling fans. I so happen to be his favorite wrestler. You know what I'm saying? So I get to make a cameo in this movie, and it was just so much fun to shoot.
No, but we were thinking about this idea of a magical mask making a kid a good wrestler. And so it got me thinking about, you know, I told you I've been locked in this house for 31 days. I'm starting to go a little insane. But the game that we came up with is a magical game of Would You Rather, in which I'm going to ask you if you would rather have hypothetical magical wrestling accessories. Okay. And you'll pick one and you'll tell me why.
Okay, sure.
It's as weird as it sounds. We'll just start with a super weird one. Would you rather wear a cape that enables you to fly or wear boots that let you kick your opponent into the ceiling?
Ooh, you know what? Oh, there's a lot of people I'd like to kick into the ceiling. Oh my God, but I'm gonna go with the cape to be able to fly. Especially we take a lot of plane rides and there's a lot of delays sometimes. You wouldn't have to, you know, waiting at the airport. If I just put my cape on, grab my luggage and just fly myself home whenever I want, that, you know, I think that would be it.
I feel like you're going to get a lot of wrestlers that are like, hey, can I get a ride home? And just hanging off the back. Yeah. That might get annoying, but.
This is your stop. Throw them off.
Get out of here. Okay, would you rather have zebra knee pads that help you jump 2 times higher or a golden eye patch that makes you invisible, but only for 15 seconds at a time? And so this is why you're wrestling. Which of those is better to you?
Ooh, I got to go with the eye patch, 100%. Yeah, because what a lot of people don't realize about jumping high, because I jump pretty high, is that eventually you have to come down. And sometimes when you come down, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't feel very good. You know, it hurts. So, yeah, the invisibility is great because then you could, you know, put on some wrestling boots. And granted, I wouldn't be able to kick someone through the roof. But I'd be able to give them a swift kick, you know? Yeah.
Disappear, come back. I like it. That's probably the right answer. Would you rather wear a unicorn headband that weighs 50 pounds but gives you the ability to teleport? Or carry a snakeskin cane that can shoot thick fog into your opponent's face?
I mean, if I didn't pick unicorn,
I know I would be like, you'd be canceled.
Then I'd be a fraud. Everyone would be, you know, people would start. Exactly. You know, I'm wearing a unicorn. This is a Godzilla shirt. Godzilla is dressed up as a unicorn, vomiting rainbow. I don't know what into the city. So I got to go with the unicorn. Easily.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Last one. This is not accessory related, but still something I need you to answer. Would you rather fight 100 Rey Mysterio-sized Brock Lesnar's or 1 Brock Lesnar-sized Rey Mysterio?
That's real tough. They're both so they're good opponents. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight 100 anybody's.
Yeah, right. I think you just got to go with a Lesnar-sized Mysterio.
Yeah, I go with the Lesnar-sized Mysterio. That'd be impressive to see him doing all those lucha moves, you know.
Yeah, and if you've got that eye patch, you can just hide from him every now and then. I see
the moves though too.
Yeah, I got a lot of moves, but they're mostly just this. It's a lot of variations of this. Kofi, thank you so much for being here. This was a blast. It was really good to see you. Everybody be sure to check out The Main Event on Netflix this Friday, which is tomorrow. Today's Thursday. It's a thing we just learned.
Right on. Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
That's it for our show. Big thank you to Kofi Kingston. And then, you know, Danny Amendola, James Corden, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Dwayne Wade. I mean, what a star-studded show. Thanks for watching. We're doing our best. I hope everybody out there is staying healthy and happy, and we're getting through it together. See you next week.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.